Now, I understand that another person who was incredibly moved by Jason in many ways was Eddie Van Halen. And that was actually a point that you guys had in common. Now, obviously, Eddie's birthday would have been just a couple of days ago, so we're seeing a lot of tributes to him online. What can you say about your experiences with him? Because I know you weren't very close with Eddie, but you guys crossed paths on a number of occasions.
Yeah, actually, we met at it was a Jason Becker benefit in Chicago, and we just played in Chicago. So a lot of people were talking to me about that gig, and that was like 28 years ago.
Wow.
So we met there, and we walked from the hotel to the venue together. And Eddie was just pouring out love for Jason. He says, "Dude, if you ever need anything for Jason, you just call me. I'm always there for you." He was just so incredibly friendly. He gave me his phone number. I'm sitting here. What am I going to do? Call Eddie Van Halen on the phone? I mean, I was the biggest fanboy. I mean, I was just so moved by the fact that he knew that I was at that time probably the closest guy to Jason, and he knew that, you know, if Jason needs something, then I would be the guy to ask. And so he was so gracious, saying, anything at all, I'm there for you. Of course, I never called the guy. What am I going to call him about? Maybe some guitar lessons or something.
Right.
But I was just very blown away by his friendliness and his, it's not easy to just show up at a show and play a concert. You know what I mean? It's not just show up and be there. It's people have schedules and lives and families and bands and stuff, but he was there and he kicked so much ass at the show. Um, Actually, there was a lot of great guitar players on this bill, and I was the last guy to play before Eddie. And I'll
Wow.
always remember this. I finished my set. Wasn't 2 seconds after I was done, people were Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. And if it were any other gig, I would feel a little bit sad by this, but I joined right in with that Eddie, Eddie. And it was a wonderful night for everybody. And it was the first one of many benefits for Jason. And, I'm just blown away by the love for him, but he deserves all of it and more because he's just a real inspiration.